For many years, Alda was the friendly face of kindness, caring, and humor. Best known for his famous role as Hawkeye Pierce on MASH, Alda was the guy you couldn't help but love, both on screen and off. But behind that charming smile and smart personality, there were fights that happened in secret. And at 88, the actor, writer, and activist is no longer interested in pretending everything was perfect. In an honest moment that surprised longtime fans and even some close friends, Alda recently admitted that one of his most well-known work relationships was ruined by deep anger and problems that were never solved. He finally said it. "I hated working with him." A shocking confession. The big news came during a quiet interview done as part of a look-back documentary about his career. Alda, now 88 and living his life with Parkinson's disease, sat comfortably in his simple New York home, his famous warmth still there, but his voice noticeably heavier. When asked about how the cast of MASH got along, Alda stopped for a moment. He praised Loretta Swit, one of the smartest and kindest women I ever met, spoke warmly of Jamie Farr, hilarious and kind-hearted, and honored the late Harry Morgan, a rock for all of us. But when the interviewer brought up Wayne Rogers, who played Trapper John in the early seasons, Alda's mood changed. He paused, breathed out slowly, and for the first time opened up. "We didn't get along at all. People always thought we had this easy chemistry, two smart surgeons cracking jokes, but it was acting off camera. It was tension, constant tension. I resented him, he resented me, and we never really fixed it." Wayne Rogers. The charming rebel Wayne Rogers played Trapper John, Hawkeye's partner in crime during the early years of MASH, on screen. The duo had an electric, sarcastic rhythm that viewers loved, but according to Alda, Rogers had little patience for the direction the show was headed, especially when Alda began gaining power in the writer room. "He didn't like that I had ideas. He thought I was taking over the show, making it too serious," Alda said, "but I believed in what we were doing. War isn't just jokes and drinks. It's trauma, it's craziness, and it's humanity. I wanted the show to show that." By season 4, Rogers suddenly left the show without even filming a goodbye scene. At the time, it was blamed on creative differences, but now we know the split was deeper. He walked out. Alda said, "Didn't tell me, didn't say goodbye." He just left. Work rivalry or personal fight? Those who worked on MASH have long hinted that there were creative tensions between Alda and Rogers. Alda, who became an executive producer and wrote and directed several episodes, was seen as a thoughtful, growing artist. Rogers, a Yale graduate and money expert, was known for his doubt and independence. "He thought I was trying to turn MASH into a soapbox," Alda admitted. "And maybe I was, but it wasn't about ego. It was about storytelling, about truth." But Alda didn't deny his own problems in the matter. "I wasn't always kind. I could be bossy. I was proud of what we were making, and I didn't handle resistance well. And he didn't handle control. Time did not heal all wounds in the years after Rogers' departure. The two men rarely crossed paths. Though Alda remained polite in public, in private, he said he felt abandoned and betrayed. "When he left, I felt like I lost a brother. Okay, stubborn brother, but a brother. And I never got to say that to him. Never got to ask him why he couldn't just talk to me." Rogers passed away in 2015, and Alda admits he was shocked by the flood of emotions that followed. "I thought I'd feel nothing, but I didn't. I cried, not because we were close, but because we never fixed it, and now we couldn't." Why now? So why, after nearly 50 years of silence, did Alda decide to finally speak? "It's time," he said. "I'm not angry anymore. But I'm not going to lie and say we were friends. We weren't, and that's okay. I want to be honest, even if it's uncomfortable. It's not bitterness that carries its clarity." At 88, he's earned the right to tell his version of the story. There's a strange freedom that comes with age. You stop worrying about protecting reputations or smoothing over stories that were messy. Life is messy, so is ours. A legacy. Beyond conflict, despite the behind-the-scenes friction, Alda remains proud of the work they created together. Wayne was a brilliant actor. Whatever our differences, I won't take that away from him, Alda said. Trapper John was essential. He made Hawkeye sharper, funnier. He brought something to the role that no one else could have. Their on-screen chemistry may have been strained by real-life tension, but it also created an edge that made the early seasons of MASH unforgettable. Conflict, in a strange way, gave our scenes weight, Alda thought back. We pushed each other sometimes too far, but we made something meaningful. No regrets, just thinking back as Alda continues his public battle with Parkinson's disease. His legacy as an actor, activist, and humanist remains strong. He hosts a science podcast, continues to speak publicly about communication and caring, and remains active in research support. Says this news isn't meant to stir drama, but to offer a more honest picture of what it means to work in creative partnerships. Not every story has a happy ending, and that's okay. I think people need to hear that, he said. If I could go back, I'll try harder, maybe be a little softer, but I don't regret telling the truth now. I think Wayne would respect that. Fans react. Since the interview clip aired, fans have expressed mixed reactions. Some are shocked. Others are relieved to finally understand the tension they suspected for years. One longtime fan posted, "I always sensed something was off between them, but this makes me appreciate their performances even more. They acted through real emotion." Another wrote, "This is why Alan Alda is a treasure. He's honest, vulnerable, human." It's a final word as the sun sets on one of television's most impactful careers. Alan Alda continues to lead by example, not with perfect stories, but with real ones. He doesn't claim to be above mistakes or beyond emotion. Instead, he embraces the complexity of a life lived in the spotlight and the shadows behind it. "Hate is a strong word," he said with a smile at the end of the interview. "But sometimes that's what's real, and that's part of the story too."